So I've been promising for a while that I would do a full Google Ads thing. So you've already seen how much I'm paying for my ads, which is around about 1 cent, 2 cent, things like this. And so I want to show you guys exactly how you can go out and do exactly the same for the likes of Chat Ammo. Right. So what I've done is I've done a load of slides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the slides because some of it might seem a little bit confusing when you first look at it. However, bear with it. It is really quite easy once you get your head around it. You might have to watch the second half again just to get your head completely rounded. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up this little bit of training there. So we're going to have a complete, it's going to be in-depth training on Google search, which is what I tend to use an awful lot. Right, so let's just share our screen quickly. And let's jump in. Right. So I've been making these up. So Google Ads Masterclass for affiliate marketers, an overview. This one, I'm going to go through the basics of it. So first off, the thing we're going to be dealing with is search ads, which are what pops up at the very, very top of every search that you do. So this is just going to be an intro video, but on the second half of it, I'm going to go through actually how it all works. So don't worry about it at all. So for example, we're going to use Groove Funnels, right? Because it's nice and simple. It's got plenty of search content, and we know a lot of people's on paying money to get Google Funnels. So what I've done is I've typed in Google Funnels here, and as you can see, we've got add, and add. Right now, if we notice, see if I've still got the search up here. If we notice, none of these ads actually lead to Google Groove themselves, right? So we've got Funnel IO, we've got Perspective, we've got lead pages, and then who ranks organically is Groove. So what this means, it means that people can go out and rank without having to get the term on SEO. Now, if you guys have ever played with SEO, it can be quite complicated, right? So Grooves went through there and they've ranked highest on the SEO, and they've also took up 2 places right here, right? It's also going to be quite important. So rank on Google can be quite difficult, and it can take months, if not years. What you need to have in place, you need to have various different things, such as your keywords. You need to have links back. Ideally, you would have a chatbot on there as well, which makes people be on the site for longer, which then is a good signal to Google that you've got good content on there. You need a lot of visitors to come to it as well. And all of these all rank in together. So you need your H1s in place, you need all your meta tags in place, you need all your keywords in place. And this is what's going to actually get you to eventually rank on Google. But obviously, there's a lot of people trying to rank for the same keywords. So by using some of the technique and hacks I'm going to show you, it'll be easy and very profitable for you to go out and actually start spending money on Google Ads, right? Now, these are Google Ads where you pay for people to come and click onto your particular site. And we're going to go into how to convert those clicks and how to actually get paid for doing Google Ads, which is the most important part. So these are just these are the paid ones again. So as you can see, and I've also got a little software in here, which is Ubersuggest, and it tells us roughly how much they think people are paying. Now, this I've found doesn't really work, right? In fact, it's absolute rubbish, right? It's just, I've never paid anywhere near any of these prices at all. One thing that you can look at is the search difficulty, right? The search difficulty normally does make it a little bit more difficult to actually get ranked and get paid. So, that's on the SEO to get ranked and take months, even years. Or we can spend a small amount of money and get straight to the top, so we can miss out all of the other bits. Now, when we're paying small amounts of money out, it means that we can start multiplying our money into huge profits, right? Which is the thing that we're the most interested in. We don't mind going out and spending a little bit of money if it's going to make a large return, right? Now, I never say go out and spend an awful lot of money on your Google Ads to start off with. I always start mine off around about $5 a day, and then I scale up around about 20% every 3 or 4 days, right? If the ads working, obviously. So Google Ads is huge, and it's hot leads, right? So they will come in with buyer content. So when somebody types in the likes of, actually some prime examples, if somebody types in the example of Groove Funnels pricing, we know that they're looking for how much Groove Funnels is going to cost them, so they are massively likely to go and buy Groove Funnels. The same goes for Groove Funnels free trial. If somebody's typing Groove Funnels free trial, then we're more than likely going to get them as an affiliate. So let's just have a quick look and see what sort of pricing. Right, and we've only got one ad because Groove obviously can see that this is going to be well priced. So they're the only people who's advertising here. And what we've got is they're going to score really high on the ad relevance, which is what we're going to come into. So I wouldn't go for that particular search term. Right, although you could get second place. So So what I want to do is I want to run through how to run Google Ads for a hugely cheap amount, right? So the cheapest we can possibly get Google Ads. And that's all down to the way we're going to use the various parts of Groove and use what Groove has shown us that they want within their thing, within their whole search. Sorry, I keep on saying thing. So instead, we're going to get the top without paying anything like what the others are paying. So we're not going to be paying on these $10, $50, and all this sort of rubbish. We're going to be maxing out about 50 cents. And that's if we've got a really bad keyword. Right. And I'm also going to give you the free landing pages that you need to use to convert your visitors into actual sales. Right. I'm also going to give you some tips on that little lot. Now, put this next one together. So the secret to success with Google Ads is, first we need to know how Google Ads work. You can't manipulate anything if you don't know how the actual thing works itself. So it's always important to make sure you know exactly how something works. So what happens is advertisers go out and they bid on certain keywords in order to appear in Google search results, right? So you go out and you name a keyword you want to go out and make money on, and then you put that keyword into Google Ads, right? Don't worry, we're going to have full practicals and everything else later. I don't know why I've got that twice. So either the advertiser is you or me, right? So it's you who's the advertiser. And you make an offer on how much you're prepared to pay for certain keywords, right? So you actually tell Google how much you want to pay. Now, it isn't as simple as you just pay, right? So we're going to take the example of GrooveFunnels still, because we found some people searching for it. We could do ManyChat, we could do Chatfield, we could do absolutely anybody, right? This is the way we're going to get them all. So that's the keyword that we want to show up in Google for, right? So the one that we're going to show up in Google for is GrooveFunnels. And the way that they do this, it's an auction setup. So the person who bids the highest should show up on the top position, right? However, that's not the way that Google works. The way that Google works is slightly different. So everybody has to bid for the word, everybody bids for the word GrooveFunnels, right? So they'll all appear. So if we go down to the bottom of, not GrooveFunnels price, and we'll just go on GrooveFunnels, right? And we'll go on the bottom, and there's a good chance that there's more ads down the bottom here, which actually there isn't. So there's not that many people advertising on GrooveFunnels. So sometimes you'll find ads at the bottom of the first page of Google as well, right? Now, obviously, you want to appear at the top because the top gets significantly more clicks than what anywhere else does. So we need to work out how Google decides who goes first, second, and so on. So the auction's a little bit different from normal, and the person who bids the highest for the keyword doesn't necessarily get the number one spot. This is the key for all of your success right here. So the other aspect that they take and consider is what is called ad rank. Right now, it's something that Google puts into place on every ad that you do, and they still want your user to have a good experience and have relevant content. So they could go out and they could sell it to the highest bidder. However, if they were to do that, then what would happen is Google would start slipping down how many people would use Google because the ads wouldn't be relevant. And Google, most of all, wants the ads to be relevant. So people keep on using Google. That's how they make their money. So this is how your ads are ranked. So basically, you get an ad rank, which is the score used to rank your ads against each other. So that's all of your competitors' ads against your ad. And how they work this out is they take how much you've said you'll pay, maximum cost per click, and the times that with the quality score. So that's your click-through rate, your landing page experience, and your relevance. Right? All of these all need to be in place. So these two things work together to give us this ad rank. Now, let's say you bid $1 per click, but you have an ad ranking of 10. Then that means you've got 10 times $1, meaning that you're now around $10 per click, right? There's a really simplified version. I'm going to simplify everything right the way down. So it's kind of, so my head understood it when I first went through this, because I found it very, very difficult. I was very, very confused. So you'll be paying a lot less per click, right? So how do we get the quality score up? Well, there's a few different features. There's three. So first, it's ad relevance. Next, it's the expected click-through rate. So your ad relevance means how likely is the word GrooveFunnels going to appear in your actual landing page, right? If GrooveFunnels is appearing quite a bit, that's all in context, you're not keyword stuffing, then what's going to happen is your ad relevance on this is going to look really high, because they're going to land on there. Google's going to send the little spiders out, and they're going to see a load of ad relevance. They're going to see a load of GrooveFunnels within your page. Now, next, they're going to put their expected click-through rate. Now, this is certain things that they believe people take longer to read and would engage with more. So, obviously, videos are good because they get ranked higher by Google, particularly if you've got a YouTube video on. So, videos are good. Long form sales letters are good because you've got enough room to fit everything in. And this is going to keep people on your page longer. So, Google spiders read it. All right. Now, obviously, when they're testing your ads, this is when your ad starts bedding in and you get the better click-through rate. And last is the actual landing page design, right? So landing page design is really important. So what this means, what I've done is I've just done a quick mock-up. So we're going to imagine that these are different advertisers. So your first competition, second competition, and third competition. So you're going out and your maximum bid is going to be $3. All right. That's how much you've added into your Google. But your quality score is 8 because you've really got this whole page. It's looking a treat. It's worth a treat and it's keyworded up. So that means your ad rank comes to 24. All right. Now, your competition number 2, he's putting in his max bids $4, which is more than you, but his quality score is only 5. So his ad rank is only 20. So you're still 4 ahead of him, right? Next competition, he's going to bid a $5. He's got quality score 3, so he's not doing very well at all. He scores 15. So again, nowhere near your competition. You are sound. And the last in the competition is he's bidding 6, and the quality score is 2. Therefore, his ad ranks about 12. Now, you can see this actually happening on the Groove funnels, right? So this is Groove funnels. Fiverr's obviously paying a fortune. It hasn't got anything about Groove in there, right? Oh, actually, Groove is paying for an ad. Strange, it wasn't before, right? So Groove is now paying for an ad. So obviously, somebody spent their money for the day. So now Groove's popping up in their ads. So they're not bidding too much. It's a bit strange. And so they all start and changing around a little bit as the day goes on. But as you can see, they've only got 12. Now, that means I have a much higher ad ranking than what anybody else does, which means you don't actually pay what the maximum bid is. Instead, you pay what the person below pays, right? So you pay what the person below's bid, right? So you say there's $4, but there's another bit that we've got to work out. So the actual cost per click, right, equals your ad rank of the ad below you, right? No, it consists of your ad rank, right, divided by your quality score. So it's the ad rank divided by this quality score plus 0.1. Don't know why it's 0.1. So the amount I would actually pay is $2.51 because we'll take his ad rank, right? We'll take his quality score, sorry, and then we would divide it, right? So I would end up with $2.51, and jobs are good. Now, again, I've never paid $2.51. And this isn't obviously set in stone, right? So this is just an overview, a simplified overview, so you can really see how Google Ads work and how you're not going to be paying the same amount of money as what you're paying elsewhere. Now, another bonus for Google Ads is, of course, you don't get banned half as much as what you do in the likes of Facebook. So we've got to be really, we can be a lot freer with our Google Ads. And we can also tailor make our whole ads towards it, right? So that's the quick overview, and that's how Google Ads work. Next, we're going to start diving into the various other parts which are going to make your Google Ads actually soar. Okay, so thanks for watching and speak soon.